ever wondered what the sun is actually like? Well, in today's video, you are going to find out 3 mind-blowing facts about this famously known hot glowing ball and how it applies to the zodiac sign Leo. Join me in this series, Astronomy Meets Astrology. Hey there, Cosmic Warriors, and welcome back to another video. And if you are new here, my name is Hannah. I am a Western practical astrologer. And if you have not joined the Cosmic Warriors Club, what are you waiting for? Go to cosmicwarriorsclub.com. I hope to see you there. But before we do dive into today's video, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button and click the bell. And if you are interested in any of my services, then you can go to hannahselsewhere.com. There you can also find my practical astrology ebooks, guide and merch. All the links will be in the description box down below. I do hope that you find this video to be helpful today. Let's do this. Alright, so just a quick reminder here. The sun in astrology rules Leo, and so we're going to be exploring the parallels between the sun and this sign. The first mind-blowing fact about the sun is, like I said at the very beginning, the sun glows, and boy does it shine. In fact, it's said to be the most powerful object in our solar system. The sun releases an estimated 384.6 yodawatts of energy per second. And a single yodawatt equates to the energy output of a hydrogen bomb. Now, according to experts, the hydrogen bomb has the power to wipe out entire cities. So every second, the sun has enough power, it has enough energy to wipe out a city. In fact, the sun is made of hydrogen and helium. It is at the center of our solar system, not the universe, which is a mistake I've made in the past. It is said to be 4.5 billion years old. It is the largest object in our solar system and is a huge star. Though the largest star in our universe is UY Scuti. I could be pronouncing that incorrectly. But compared to the sun is actually kind of average. But focusing on hydrogen for a moment, what is it? Hydrogen is a natural gas. It's the most abundant chemical element, contributing to about 75% of the universe's mass. Hydrogen can be found in plants, animals, water, and humans. About 9.5% of the human body is made up of hydrogen. 65% of it is made of oxygen, 18.3% is made of carbon, and then 3.3% is made of nitrogen. Basically, these essential chemicals keep us alive. And interestingly, hot air balloons used to use hydrogen and helium to make them fly, but hydrogen is highly flammable, so this is no longer the case. Still, as you have probably gathered, the sun is super hot and it's made of electrically charged gases. The sun is actually held together by an intense internal gravitational pull, which creates a powerful pressure inside the sun. That pressure causes hydrogen atoms to collide with this very strong, very mighty force, forming helium. And a ton of energy is then released. This process is called nuclear fusion. The sun's gravity holds the solar system together. Indeed, we need the sun for our survival, and at the core of the sun, temperatures can reach as high as 15 million degrees Celsius. Keeping in mind here that Venus can reach about 462 degrees Celsius, and that's still extremely hot. And then the sun's surface is about 5,500 degrees Celsius on average. So just one more quick thing, and that is that the sun is not made of fire. The reason why it gives off so much heat and light is due to the nuclear fusion process that I mentioned. I am struggling to say that word. Though, let's just pause for a moment and think about Leo. Leo is this energetic, generous, lively, expressive, confident, and big-hearted sign. Leo represents the part of us that is entertaining, performative, attention-grabbing, and enthusiastic. It's a sign that gets us expressing ourselves authentically. We show warmth and we shine, just like the sun. Leo is also a fixed fire sign, and whilst the sun isn't made of fire, that nuclear fusion process that the sun experiences reflects this mode/element combination quite well, because fixed fire points to the sustainment of energy, the sustainment of life itself, and it's the sun that is bursting with energy, heat, and light. Without the sun, we would not survive. Even thinking about your sun sign within your natal chart, which is tied to Leo because the sun rules Leo within astrology. The very symbol of the sun shows this circle with this dot in the center pointing toward spirit, which is the circle part, okay? Spirit is represented by the circle. And then the dot, which represents our individuality, our ego, our core self, our conscious self, okay? Thinking about bringing our conscious self into existence. The symbol of the sun symbolizes creation and energy, such as giving and sustaining new life. And when we are confident, when we are proud of who we are, i.e. our individuality, we are more likely to shine and to show authenticity. But when we aren't proud of who we are, when we don't accept ourselves, we are less likely to be confident, or we might overcompensate by acting brave, acting tough, or by being ego-driven, attention-seeking, boastful, overbearing, or arrogant. And acting bitter toward others is also likely when we don't feel good about ourselves. The second mind-blowing fact about the sun is many civilizations throughout history worshipped the sun as a god. Now, on that note, I want to take you to the astrological ages. Now, if you want to know more information about the astrological ages, I wrote all about them in my astrology guide. You can find the guide in the description box down below. There is a link. But the age of Leo occurred from about 10,800 BCE to 8,650 BCE. And it was around this time that the climate stabilized and the earth started to warm up due to the change in climate. Ecosystems grew and the human population increased. Life was growing. Natural resources were abundant. Now, some astrologers refer to the age of Leo as the golden age because humans had a much more authentic connection with God, aka the sun. And it is said that sun worship became the dominant religion. The Egyptians worshipped Ra, the Greeks worshipped Helios, and the sun was considered a life-giving force to Native American cultures. The sun was associated with power, energy, light, and warmth. And like I said, in Greek mythology, the sun is associated with the god Helios. Now, Helios rode the sun chariot across the sky, bringing light to the worlds. And later, god Apollo replaced Helio, okay? Now, god Apollo was the god of basically everything. He ruled poetry, music, archery, healing, arts, the sun, light. And his most well-known gift was music. Now, this is interesting because Leo in our natal charts can point toward our creativity, our hobbies, our interests. Leo is connected to music and art, and Leo in our natal charts can also show us where we shine and where we gain applause and attention for the light we bring. Now, Apollo was the son of Zeus and the Titan Leto, and his twin sister was Artemis. But more about Artemis when we talk about the moon next. Though it is important to note that the sun and moon in your natal chart act as a duo. They are like the yin yang of your personality, and both Apollo and Artemis, of course, were twins. So this kind of is interesting to think about the parallels. Still, let's consider how Apollo and Artemis are the children of Zeus, aka Jupiter. We discussed this strong relationship between Mercury and the Sun in the Mercury video, and Hermes, aka Mercury, was also the son of Zeus. Meaning, the Sun and Mercury are siblings. But how do the Sun and Jupiter relate? Well, apparently, Zeus crowned Apollo with gold. He took pride in doing so. Zeus celebrated his son. Now, according to mythology source, together the two gods represented the necessary balance between the values and the ideals of generations. So this tells us that Jupiter in our natal chart can big up our sun. Consider how Leo is ruled by the sun, and then Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and so they make this trine in the zodiac wheel. That Sagittarius energy can be poured into our Leo energy as a source of inspiration, guidance, and celebration. However, this isn't to say that Zeus and Apollo didn't have their quarrels. One story says that Apollo was sent to Earth as a punishment for taking part in the battle between the gods in Gaia. This angered Zeus. So what this suggests is Leo in our charts can show us where we can be taken down a peg. Apparently, Apollo tried to overthrow Zeus as well. So yeah, perhaps when we get too big for our boots, the Sagittarius part of us can remind us of our morals. Then again, Sagittarius is a sign that can be morally superior and exaggerated. Zeus also had his flaws. Though I do think about how all the planets orbit the sun. I think about how the sun's gravity holds the solar system together. I mean, what a remarkable role the sun plays. And often in astrology, the sun being at the center suggests that Leo energy can be self-centered and egotistic. Our sun sign can showcase these types of qualities. And okay, sure, there are these sides to Leo, to the sun, that can be like this. And it's about recognizing when we are being too conceited or pompous. I mean, after all, our sun isn't the biggest in the universe, nor is it at the center of the universe. But it's also about appreciating our core self, our individuality. It's about embracing the role we play and seeing that we all have a story. I have said in the past that your natal chart is a story, and it shows the story of your life. Even thinking about The Hero's Journey by Joseph Campbell, meaning we all have a story to share. Though, should we go as far as to say we are all gods? Who is God? What is God? Are there times when we can give off a God complex? And the third mind-blowing fact about the sun, this is my favorite one, is that it is a mix of all colors. The misconception about the sun is that it's yellow or it's red, it's orange. But in actuality, the sun is a mix of all colors which appear to the human eye as white. And get this, the colors you see in a rainbow are colors which reflect the light from the sun. And there are 7 colors in the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Keeping in mind there are 7 planets: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Now Pluto is a dwarf planet, and the sun and the moon are luminaries. They aren't actually planets. Though in astrology, there are 7 classical planets: the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. And you see, 7 is a really interesting number. It's tied to spirituality. It is significant in Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Christianity. There are 7 days of the week, 7 deadly sins, the 7 seas, the 7 metals of antiquity, and the 7 wonders of the ancient world. And it's often considered to be a highly lucky number. Even consider how the sky changes colors. Those beautiful, colorful sunrises and sunsets you see are caused by the sun. Think about the color of the sky during the day. Sunlight reaches Earth's atmosphere and is scattered in all directions by the gases and the particles in the air. Blue light is scattered more than the other colors because it travels as shorter, smaller waves, and so blue sky is seen most of the time. Even thinking about the northern lights and how they are created due to what the sun is doing. When charged particles from the sun strike atoms in Earth's atmosphere, the electrons in the atoms then move to a higher energy state, and when they drop back to a lower energy state, they release photon, aka light, creating the aurora. So what does this have to do with Leo? What does this information tell us about Leo? Well, Leo is this colorful and expressive sign. It's tied to our self-expression, so how we express ourselves, and we can do this in many different ways. Even consider the 5th house, okay, the house that Leo rules. This is the house of self-expression, fun, play, entertainment, enjoyment, and pleasure. This house shows the area of life where we create and express ourselves. It's tied to how we shine and illuminate, much like the sun, the types of colors we play around with and show, if you will. So just as the sun is a mix of all the colors of within the rainbow, we too discover that we are made up of many colors. We might express ourselves through art one moment, or through media or writing another moment. We might wear a blue jumper and leggings one day because we really like that outfit, we like the color blue, but then we might choose to wear our lovely red dress because we wanted to. Essentially, Leo and the sun in your natal chart signify your story, your individuality, your ego, how you shine, how you express yourself with confidence. They represent how you show up as the most authentic version of yourself. But remember, authenticity doesn't mean you have to stick to one mold, one way of being, because you are just like the sun in that you are a mix of all the colors. And thinking about this further, the sun is at the center of the solar system and it shines light outward toward all the other planets, and the other planets in your natal chart represent different parts of you. For instance, Mars is connected with our identity, drive, motivations, Venus with our self-esteem, our relationships, our values, Jupiter with our beliefs, our principles, our morals, which of course are linked to society. But it's through the sun that these different parts, okay, all those planets, different parts of yourself can be expressed. Okay then, Cosmic Warriors, so that concludes my video talking about the 3 mind-blowing facts about the sun and how they apply to the zodiac sign Leo. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it to be helpful. Did you learn something new? Did your perspective change? Do you have any fun facts to share with me? All references will be in the description box down below. Be sure to check them out and let me know your thoughts and your opinions on today's video. But with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And of course, if you would like to see more videos from myself and you have not yet subscribed, then make sure that you click that subscribe button and also give this video a like if you did like it today. And I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!